Factors to consider for effective tourism planning and development. Tourism availability and quality associated data. Ito ang mga data at kwalidad na dapat ay mayroon ang tourism. The first one is recent. Kailangan ang mga data na mayroon tayo ay recent at hindi luma o matagal nang nagawa. Kailangan ito ay makabago. Next is detailed information. Ibig sabihin nito, marapat lang na ang mga impormasyon na nakalap natin ay malaman at maraming mahalagang kaalaman, hindi dapat ito basta-basta. Lastly, impacts the exactness of forecasting, demand, supply capacity estimation, and outcome monitoring. Ito dapat ay nakakatulong sa kasaktuhan ng demand, kapasidad ng supply at ang mga pagbabantay sa mga posibleng kinalabasan ng mga mangyayari. Level of planning expertise. It calls for a variety of specialists such as academicians with experience in tourism planning and tourism professionals. Ito dapat ay ginagawa lamang ng mga professional at mga mayroon ng experience sa pagplano para sa ikagaganda ng turismo. Assess the caliber of planning results. Kailangang mapagtuunan ng pansin ang mga resulta ng pagpaplano. Constructed via many years of professional expertise and education. Kailangang may sapat na kaalaman at ilang taon na sa industriyang turismo ang gagawa ng mga plano.
The type and variety of tourism resources. The first one is reduce opportunities for tourism development. Take advantage of significant natural or cultural resources. Kind of tourism resources in adjacent destinations. The first one is originality. Being unique or the first to have a certain attraction is what is meant by originality. It is the characteristic of being different, exciting, and unique to other places. The second one is indigenousness. The characteristic of being native to a specific location or area is known as indigenousness, something unique to the place that you're visiting.
Authenticity. Authenticity is the state of being true to oneself, keeping in mind customs, preparatory techniques, the environment in which it is being carried out, and the individuals performing it. Ang authenticity, ito ay ang pagiging totoo sa sarili, kasama na ang paggalang sa mga kaugalian, paraan ng paghahanda, at ang kapaligiran kung saan ito ginagawa, pati na rin ang mga taong kasali dito. Uniqueness. Being the only one of its kind gives it uniqueness. The one of its kind gives it uniqueness. The terrain is unique and cannot be found anywhere else. Ang uniqueness naman, ito ay ang pagiging isang uri lang, kaya't walang kapareho. Ang lugar o bagay ay may natatanging katangian na hindi matatagpuan saan man. Historicity. The authenticity of a place's past. Make the most of the fact that the location is known to have influenced its history. At itong historicity naman ay ang pagiging tapat sa kasaysayan ng isang lugar. Binibigyang halaga ang kahalagahan ng lugar sa nakaraan at kung paano ito nakapagbigay ng epekto sa kasaysayan.
Magnitude refers to the size, scale, or importance of something. It highlights the best, brightest, tallest, widest, or most outstanding qualities. In tourism, a destination attractions often have similar or duplicate version in other places. So sa magnitude, it's about how big or kung gaano ka-important or ka-expressive. Dinidescribe niya yung things na best, tallest, widest, or most remarkable. So sa tourism din, normal lang yung meron ka same or similar versions sa isang lugar. For example, yung sa Eiffel Tower sa Paris, meron siyang smaller replicas in sa ibang bansa, which is sa Las Vegas and sa Tokyo. Tapos, ganun din yung sa Niagara Falls. Meron ding, hindi lang siya yung nag-iisang falls, meron din siya sa ibang country or sa ibang lugar. Excellence means being outstanding or exceptional good. Excellence from the word itself, ito yung being very good or the best ko sa ginagawa mo. The culture of the destination residents affects the type of tourist it attracts. Ito yung mga taong nagmamatch yung interest nila sa isang lugar na pinupuntahan nila or sa ibang salita. Parang kung gaano ka-cultural yung isang lugar, mas maraming tourists yung pumupunta doon. Parang nakaka-attract niya. For example, yung sa Japan, attracts tourists who are interested in traditional tea ceremonies, anime, and advanced technology.
The tourism destination units. Geography, location, and spatial distribution describe the location of a tourist destination as well as the distribution of services, lodging, attraction throughout the region. Example, sa Boracay, may mga resort sa White Beach, habang ang mga ibang tourist spot tulad ng Poca Beach at Mount Luho ay nasa isang parte ng isla. Climate, the destination weather, which has impact on visitor arrivals and activity. Example, kung malamig at maulan, maaaring hindi ito idea para mag-beach or mag-hiking. Kaya mas kaunti ang mga turista, pero kung maaraw at maganda ang panahon, mas maraming tao pupunta at mag-i-enjoy sa mga outdoor activities. Next, security refers to how safe destination is, kasama dito ang mababang krimen, matatag na politika at mga hakbang para protektahan ang mga tao. Halimbawa, sa Japan ay kilala sa pagiging ligtas, kaya maraming turista ang pumupunta doon. Next, vulnerability to natural disaster and infrastructural development. How will destination roads, airport, and infrastructure support tourism as well as the risk of earthquake, typhoon, and floods? Halimbawa, sa Pilipinas ay madalas tamaan ng bagyo at lindol dahil sa Pacific Ring of Fire ito. Kaya naman ang mga destination tulad ng Cebu ay nag-i-invest ng mga infrastructure na matibay at may kakayahang makayanan ang mga kalamidad, tulad ng disaster resilient na road at airport, upang masigurado ang kaligtasan ng mga turista. Determines accessibility of the place. How simple it is to go to a place via different modes of transportation, such as public transportation, highways, and airplanes. Example, ang Paris ay madaling marating dahil sa international airport at mabilis na sistema ng tren. Samantala, ang Palawan ay mas mahirap marating at kailangan ng mga barko o maliit na eroplano. Target market influence the kind of services offered in the destination. Kung ang lugar ay dinadayo ng mga luxury travelers, makikita dito ang mga high-end na hotel, shopping malls, at fine dining. Pero kung ang target ng mga backpackers, makikita dito ang mga budget-friendly na hostel at street food.
Stages in tourism area life cycle. According to Richard Butler's 1980, tourist sites have a predictable progression of phases from their creation to their decline or revitalization. Exploration. The location is relatively unknown. It is frequently draw a select group of daring specialized tourists. Involvement. Local companies begin serving tourists as the location becomes more well-known and some fundamental infrastructure is built. Development. The number of visitors to the location increases quickly. This includes lodging, transportation, and attractions. Consolidation. As competition from other places increases, the destination might become increasingly marketed. Stagnations. The destination may struggle to maintain its appeal due to overdevelopment, environmental degradation, or changes in traveler preferences. Decline or renewal. At this stage, a destination either experiences a decline in tourists due to factors like outdated facilities or loss of novelty, or it undergoes rejuvenation efforts through development, diversification, or attracting a new type of tourist. Analyzing a destination's development in this way allows planners and stakeholders to anticipate challenges, identify opportunities for growth or renewal, and make informed decisions about sustainable tourism development.
National tourism policy and legislation. So, tourism is a big industry, so dapat may rules to keep it organized and sustainable. The National Tourism Policy and Legislation set the do's and don'ts para safe and fair for everyone, like locals and tourists. Without this, pwedeng masira yung environment or ma-exploit yung communities. Yeah, these policies help tourism grow while protecting people and nature. So next is stakeholders' perceptions and attitudes. So tourism isn't just about travelers, it's also about locals, businesses, and the government. Some support it kasi it boosts the economy, pero others may not like it if it disrupts their way of life. Their opinions matter kasi kung positive ang tingin nila sa tourism, mas magiging successful ito. Kaya dapat balance, beneficial sa lahat. So next is awareness of external forces. Tourism is affected by outside factors like pandemics, climate change, and global trends. For example, during COVID-19, tourism stopped, affecting businesses worldwide. Kaya dapat ready tayo for sudden changes para hindi masyadong maapektuhan ang industry. Key areas to consider: local culture. Tourism can promote culture pero kung hindi maingat pwedeng mawala ang authenticity. Next is technology. Dati manual lahat, ngayon na isang click na lang you can book flights and hotels. Next is environment. Sobrang daming tourists can harm nature, pollution, overcrowding, deforestation. Kaya dapat may eco-friendly practices like waste management and responsible travel para ma-protect yung national resources. Next is economy. Tourism creates jobs and boosts businesses pero hindi dapat mag-rely lang dito. Kasi what if bumaba ang tourist? Kailangan ng stable economy na may ibang sources of income. So lastly is government. The government set the rules, promotes destination, and builds infrastructure. Kung walang support from them, tourism businesses might struggle. Kaya important ang teamwork ng government, businesses, at communities. And lastly, we have funding. So, tourism projects needs money, pang-promote, pang-maintain, pang-improve. Pwedeng galing sa government, investors, or international funding. Pero dapat wise ang spending para sustainable ang tourism development. So, that's it. Thank you.